Hi, welcome to Strength Reverse. It's Amy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm making a video that I said I wasn't going to make because I said I wasn't going to buy more decks and I wasn't going to make any deck videos, but I'm doing all of that because I made an impulse purchase of the Celestial Oracle because I liked it and I wanted it and I saw it and I bought it. And so I thought I would share with people on TarotTube who might appreciate an Oracle deck and share my excitement at this beautiful deck. But also, because I said I wasn't really going to make deck videos, I think I'm going to turn this also into a tag. And basically the tag is convince me to like Oracle decks because I'm not an Oracle person. Why did I buy this deck? Well, that's what I'm asking myself. So I want you to basically convince me to not feel guilty about it. If you hear Armageddon in the background, it is pouring rain. It was unexpected. So I'm just going to walk through it and then I'm going to answer my own questions. There are only a few questions that I want to know and we'll see how this goes. So this is the Celestial Oracle. It's 44 cards, and it is artwork by Bethany van Rijswijk and words by Ellen Freeman. I did read somewhere that it was Bethany's vintage artwork. I'm not sure about that. It is on a website called broccolimag.com, and I know you can get it on Etsy too. There was another deck called the Seashell Oracle. I think it's by the same company or the same people. And it was beautiful. I really had to, I wanted them both, but that would have just been a bridge too far. So I picked this one. The back of the Seashell deck was probably one of the most beautiful backs I've ever seen on any card. But I can't buy a deck just because I like the back. So it says, turn your gaze to the sky, trace the path of a constellation, find the lodestar. What messages are written in the heavens? Every card in the Celestial Oracle represents an astronomical body, an atmospheric phenomenon, or a sky person, and the multitudes, layers, and connections each contain. Use these cards to contemplate illuminations from above, unseen gravitational pulls, and the orbits of life. Thank you, I think I will. I was called to this deck because I'm sure we're in the same boat where lately I've just had, I felt like I'm going through the astronomical ringer, okay, I'm just going to blame the eclipse for anything going awry in my life because it can't be my own decisions, right? So here is the inside of the box, and I did take a peek because I've had to restart this video multiple times. Stunning. I love it. I really appreciate when they go the extra mile and the inside of the box is a little surprise and a little treasure. It does come with a kind of skinny but full color booklet, guidebook. And there are 3 suits in this oracle, the day, night, and sky people. That's interesting. And then there are a couple of spreads with just the oracle deck, and I might give those a whirl. I just was so captivated by the images. I love images, and I love this in tarot decks too, that take me to another place. They really spark my imagination, and I start daydreaming about these images. Here's the back. They are gilded, but with silver, whatever that's called. And I wish that they were foiled on the side, but that's okay. The height is about the same as a standard tarot deck. It is quite a bit wider, though. They are very matte and very sticky. They do not shuffle well. So there's that. But, you know, I don't know if that, for me, that just doesn't matter as much with an oracle deck. I do have 2 or 3 oracles, and I don't pull them out very often. I just don't. But we'll talk. So the first question that I want to ask is, what draws you to an oracle deck, and what qualities do you like or not like? I'm just going to walk through these cards. I'm just going to put them down one at a time as I answer my own questions. Brocken Spectre. One of the things that I like about Oracle decks, the qualities that draw me, are just beautiful images. Gotta be beautiful. I really appreciate keywords on Oracle decks. I do not appreciate them on tarot decks. I'm trying to get this just so. There we go. So for me, because I'm not an oracle-y person, I appreciate that this deck has suits and it's organized a little bit, because that's one of my main beefs that I have with oracle decks, is that they seem very random. There's no system. And so the way I use them is just usually pulling one card that goes with that last tarot card, that last one in the reading, where I say, let's pull one more card to wrap up. What do your guides have to say to you? What's your homework? And so I think it goes with that. I also really like guide words on oracle cards, because I don't want to have to consult a guidebook ever during a tarot reading, unless it's for myself. The second question is, why oracle cards? What can they do? St. Elmo's Fire. Okay. What can they do that tarot cards can't do? So why use them at all? Why not just throw a tarot card? I'm still stuck on that one. I just like the system of tarot. There are 3 suits, like I said, and they do have the colors are color-coded. Oh, my phone's giving me a reminder to go to bed. I will not. I will stay up way later than I should. So here's the second suit, because it's blue. Are there any pitfalls when using oracle cards? That's funny that this card came up with the pitfalls. The third question is, how do you personally use oracle cards? Do you use them as part of tarot readings? Do you ever use them alone? I don't usually use them alone. Like if I want an answer and I just want to pull one card, I'm going to a tarot deck. I'm probably not going to an oracle deck. I have a trust issues with oracle decks. I think I've made other videos, maybe as part of like the 31 Days of Tarot or something, where I've talked about reasons why I don't like oracle decks, that there's no system. A lot of them seem thrown together. No names, Doreen Virtue. I know her decks are popular, but they're so similar to one another, and it just seems like, let me come up with a bunch of random titles and call it a day. Especially some of the Doreen Virtue decks, like her butterfly deck was, I know I made a video about this, it was especially egregious because some of they were just stock photos and some of them appeared more than once. I mean, it probably took someone 20 minutes to throw that deck together. So I like an oracle deck that's a lot more thoughtful and original artwork. Are there any misconceptions about oracle decks? I don't know. I'm just not an Oracle person. So I keep saying that as I bought my new Oracle deck, but and then maybe some of your favorites. This, of course, is going to be a new favorite. I know I've shared some other favorite Oracle decks, the Crazy Sexy Love Notes, whose title I abhor, but I love the cards. They're so yummy and buttery and beautiful. And of course, I have Julie's Cup of Contemplation. They're good journal starters. Okay, here's what's on the inside cover of the box, Astrologer. This is the Sky People suit. Astrologer, astronaut, astronomer, sailor, which I like because they do use the stars. I just love these cards, and I'm going to play around with them and maybe try some spreads in the book, but I will put the 4 or 5 questions for the tag in the description box, and I would love to hear how you just convince me to love Oracle decks. Good Oracle decks. Thank you. Did I make a mistake? Was this an impulse buy? Were my eyes bigger than my stomach? You know what? I don't care. I do not feel guilty. It's my money. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Thank you. And I look forward to hopefully some replies. Tell me all about your Oracle philosophy. Bye.